Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 10 of cultivating self-love, healing our heart, changing our life, healing our soul, and just really embodying the frequency of love that we want to experience from the outside world, first from in here, and then we give the opportunity to the outside world to match that which we are on our inside, because that's how it works in reality. It turns out that the world does work by the law of attraction, which means nothing ever is imposed on us. Everything works by assertion. Nothing is ever forced upon us. We naturally bring in experiences through the natural laws of energy, which is like attracts like. So let's really embody what we'd really like to experience from the outside world in our inside world. Therefore, we can easily bring in these experiences in our lives and truly live our happy ever after. So day 10 is all about loving your body and healing your pain. And we're using Louise Hay's book, Mirror Work. And it's 21 days to heal your life through self-love. Because now we know through neuroplasticity, which is basically creating a new neurological synapse within your nervous system, which is automatic and autonomic, that takes 21 to 60 days to do. And by repeating the same affirmation or the same pattern day in and day out, you can create new messages that are released through your neurotransmitters when your neurons release, when they what's the word? When neurons fire. When your neurons fire their signals, you can create different chemical messengers and different messages within your autonomic nervous system, which makes up 95% of basically who you are. So, loving our body and healing our pain is what we're going to focus on by Louise Hay, who is a multi-million-dollar author and Hay House motivational speaker, and has helped many, many, many people all around the world. And she says, the lesson today is about pain, what it is, where it comes from, what it's telling you, and what you can learn from it. Many of us live with pain or illness on a daily basis. It may be a small part of our lives, or it may take up a large portion of it. Today, you are going to use your mirror work to open a new door to loving your body and healing your pain. No one wants to be in pain, but if you have it, what can you learn from it? Where does pain come from? What is it trying to tell you? Since pain can be a manifestation of either physical or mental disease, it is clear that both the body and mind are susceptible to it. I recently witnessed a wonderful example of this as I watched two little girls playing in the park. The first girl raised her hand to playfully slap her friend on the arm. Before she was able to even make contact, the other little girl said, "Ow." The first girl looked at her friend and asked, "Why did you say ow? I haven't even touched you yet." Her friend replied, "Well, I knew it was going to hurt." The body, like everything else in life, is a mirror of our inner thoughts and beliefs. It is always talking to us if we only take the time to listen. I believe we create every pain and illness in our body. Every cell within our body responds to every single thought we think and every word we speak. And this is something that Deepak Chopra talks about, he's a doctor, he's an MD, and he talks about how the trillions of cells that we have in our body, how they're listening to our thoughts on a daily basis, constantly, all the time. And they basically regenerate themselves off of that energy, because our cells do multiply and do all sorts of activities day in and day out. Our cells are very active in our body, and they get our fuel from our energy. There's little things called mitochondria in our cells that produce energy, and then that energy is expedited to do all the things that our body needs to do, like digest our food. If you're scared to go back into the parasympathetic nervous system, what else? Like our lymphatic system, to drain anything that's not serving us, circulate the blood. There's so many things. And the energy that we have behind our thoughts, that generate or fuel that energy is very, very, very significant. And actually, Louise Hay, because she was sexually abused by her stepfather, starting at the age of 5 years old, she was actually a very angry teen and was able to turn her life around. And that's why she was able to help change others, because she went through a lot. She ended up getting ovarian cancer. Was it ovarian cancer, or did she get her uterus taken out? It was some sort of cancer down there. And she was just reflecting on the fact that, like, how wild is it that what took place for her in her childhood ended up manifesting in that same part of her body as cancer. This story actually gives me goosebumps, but she ended up healing it, and I think she died at the age of like 97, and she started helping people I think she was like maybe in her 40s, which now is my understanding that when we go towards like our midlife, like we start to come into our true self. And if you look at it from an astrological point of view, also we go from our rising sun into the rising moon. So we switch, like I go from, because I'm a Sagittarius, I go into like my rising moon, which is in Aries. Anyway, it was in my 40s that I wanted to change my life, or like when I was turning 40, I vowed to change my life. So I understand how this happens to many of us, because we do want to be our truest self and we don't want to experience like that pain and suffering and lack of love. Like we want to change it, and we can. So the body is always aspiring to achieve health no matter what we do. However, if we abuse the body with unhealthy food and unhealthy thoughts, we contribute to our discomfort. Pain comes to us in many forms: as an ache, as a scratch, a stubbed toe, a bruise, congestion, constipation, uneasy sleep, queasy feeling in the tummy. It is always trying to tell us something. Pain is the body's way of waving a red flag to get our attention, a last-ditch effort to inform us that something is wrong in our life. When we feel pain, what do? We usually run to the medicine cabinet or to the drugstore and take a pill. When we do this, we're saying to our body, shut up, I don't want to hear you. Your body will quiet down for a while, but then the whispering will return, this time a little louder than before. Imagine what would happen if you were telling your friend something important, but she wasn't listening. You would say it again, probably louder. If she didn't listen, still, you might well become agitated and lash out, or feel hurt and unloved, and you might shut down. Sometimes people actually want to get sick. In our society, we've made pain and illness a legitimate way to avoid responsibility or unpleasant situations. If we cannot learn to say no, then we may have to invent a disease to say no for us. At some point, however, you have to pay attention to what's going on. Allow yourself to listen to your body, because fundamentally your body wants to be healthy and it needs you to cooperate with it. Think of every pain you have as a teacher telling you that there's a false idea in your consciousness. Something you are believing, saying, doing, or thinking is not for your highest, no, something, yeah, it's not for your highest good. And as much as like when I read something like this, like people actually want to be sick, I don't know if like how that lands with me, because I don't ever really want to be sick, but I can see like I've had issues with my tummy for forever. And I know that was because now I know this, because I was holding so much guilt and shame in there. So I was not, like, there was so much blockage that I had acquired as a child. And of course, unfortunately, I did have some sexual abuse myself when I was a child. So like then my root chakra was really blocked, and the whole area was like just blocked and locked. And I had back problems all the time. There was so much I needed to heal. And it's not like I wanted to be sick, but like, I think that was also my body's way of telling me that like, you need to heal. Because The Body Keeps the Score is a book by Dr. Bessel van der Kolk. The body does keep the score. You need to heal all those stored emotions that were absorbed through the childhood experiences. They come back after, like, as pain. And it was knocking on my door to be like, you need to look at this, because taking Advil obviously did not help to make it go away, although it was temporary relief or whatever laxatives as you're constipated. But I had to learn to accept and fully forgive myself so I can allow the process of life flow right through me again, exactly as it's meant to, without me blocking it. So think of every pain you have as a teacher telling you that there's a false idea in your consciousness, something you are believing, saying, doing, or thinking is not for your highest good. I always picture the body tugging at me saying, please pay attention. When you discover the mental pattern behind a pain or illness, you have a chance to change the pattern through your mirror work and arrest the disease. Are you willing to pay attention to your body and release the need that has contributed to your pain? If so, get started on your mirror work and learn to love your body and heal your pain. Let's affirm. I love my body. I return my body to my optimal health. Oh my gosh, this is like such a dream come true. I return my body to my optimal health. I now flow freely and easy with life. I accept myself. I approve of myself. I love myself. I return my body to optimal health by giving it what it needs on every level. Acceptance, love, compassion. I got you, body. Choose the pain or illness you would like to work on today. Let's say it's heartburn. Stand or sit in front of the mirror. Look deeply into your eyes and ask yourself these questions. Where did this heartburn come from? What is it trying to tell me? Have I been eating unhealthy foods? Is there something that I am fearful about? Did I hear some news that I'm not able to digest? Is there a heated situation that I am not able to deal with? What or who can't I stomach? Regardless of what pain or disease you're experiencing, you can say these affirmations. I breathe fully and deeply. I listen to the messages of my body. I feed my body healthy and nourishing food. I allow my body to rest when I need. I love my amazing body. I love my amazing body. I am safe. I trust the process of life. And then continue to repeat these affirmations as much as you want. Every time you catch yourself in the mirror, or purposely take out your mirror or walk to the mirror and say this. And now look at the area that you want to relieve yourself of pain. You can look mental patterns for the pain, and particularly with corresponding affirmations that she has in her book, Heal Your Body, which I actually have. This is her book. And for example, like for constipation, the affirmation that you're supposed to say is, I now flow freely and easy with life. And the concept behind that is basically that like you are not stomaching or digesting something, whether it's something that you did in the past or someone has done to you, and like forgiving and letting that go is supposed to just allow the free flow of energy through our chakras again, and through our vagus nerve and our nervous system. Wait, where was I? Okay, choosing the pain. Oh, yes. So you can look up mental patterns corresponding to her book. So if you're having stomach problems, for example, okay, here we go. You can say, I love my stomach. I really, really love you. I feed you healthy foods and you are able to digest them and life with joy. I give you permission to be well. And then you can repeat these affirmations as often as you need. And when you feel pain and discomfort, take time to sit quietly with yourself and trust that your higher power will let you know what needs to be changed in your life so you can be free of this pain. and visualize a perfect natural setting with your favorite flowers growing in abundance all around you. Feel and smell the sweet warm air as it blows gently across your face. Concentrate on relaxing every muscle in your body and ask yourself questions like, how am I contributing to this problem? What is it that I need to know? What areas of my life are in need of change? Meditate on these questions and let the answers arise. Write down the answers in your journal. And then make small changes one step at a time. The Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step." One small step added to another can create significant change in your life. Pain does not necessarily disappear overnight, though it may. It has taken time for pain to surface, therefore it may take some time to recognize that it is no longer needed. Be gentle with yourself. And remember that the body, like everything else in life, is a mirror of your inner thoughts and beliefs. Every cell responds to every single thought you think of, and every word you speak. In this world of change, you choose to be flexible in all areas. You're willing to change yourself and your beliefs to improve the quality of your life and your world. Your body loves you in spite of how you may treat it. Your body communicates with you and you now listen to its messages. You are willing to get the message. You pay attention and make the necessary corrections. You love your body and give it what it needs on every level to bring it back to optimal health. You call upon an inner strength that is yours whenever you need it. And as we come to the meditation part of this clip today, I invite for you to settle, whether it's sitting or lying down, taking a few deep breaths, exhaling everything that's not serving, inhaling in so much love, exhaling everything that's not serving. Thoughts, ideas, patterns, letting it go. And here are some positive affirmations to support your health and healing. Repeat these as often as you need. I enjoy the foods that are best for my body. I love every cell of my body. I make healthy choices. I respect myself. I love myself. I accept myself. I approve of myself. I love taking care of myself. I am always discovering new ways to improve my health. I return my body to optimal health by giving it what it needs on every level. Healing happens. I get my mind out of the way and I allow the intelligence of my body to do the healing naturally. I have a special guardian angel. I am divinely guided and protected at all times. Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. I am grateful for my healthy body. I love life. I love myself. I accept myself. I approve of myself. I am the only person who has control over me. I can always resist something if I choose to. It is my choice. I drink lots of water to cleanse my body and mind. I fill my mind with pleasant thoughts, as I know this is the quickest road to health. And so it is. And as you slowly come back to the room, you can give yourself a hug, affirm again how much you love yourself, how much you love your body, for everything that it does for you. And remember that every day is an opportunity to live your life differently. It doesn't matter what you did in the past. Don't beat yourself up about it. Like my dear friend says, it's not about the pizza that you eat, it's about how you feel after the pizza that you eat. So if you've done it, don't worry about it. Just know that your body, if you give it that opportunity to be like, it's okay, you've got this. For example, you can work out that pizza, or you can get rid of that extra toxins you got from that extra drink. If you truly believe that, it's going to happen. Give yourself the opportunity, instead of beating yourself up, to actually to actually just go back to homeostasis and heal whatever you're thinking and feeling that you might not have a chance because you screwed it up. There's no such a thing. Every day is a different way. I mean, every day is a different, is another opportunity to heal your body. Thank you so much again. This is Anna Morphides with Betting Arts Counseling, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow for day 11, where we work on releasing anger as we continue to cultivate self-love for ourselves and others, so that can be reflected back to us. With all my love and gratitude, see you tomorrow.